Hi guys, it's Kanika here, and you're watching the K Factor by Kanika Kush. Today we will discuss money and minimalism. And just to let you know, this is a series of 3 videos. Okay, so I've divided it into 3 because topic yes, I want to do. है ना? It's money. I mean, we can go on, and I can particularly because of the feelings I have towards this concept, but that is a personal feeling because I have given in a long time ago that ज़रूरत है ठीक है दुनिया इसी पे चलती है whatever. But minimalism has really helped me in understanding how to kind of work my way through this concept. Therefore, 3 videos. Today we are going to be discussing or moving around with the first video. 3 videos mainly will be: first is what money does to us as human beings. Number 2 will be where I'll actually take you through segregating your income, okay, into a lot of things. We'll get there when we get there. And the third will be literally coming down to brass tacks, okay, wherein I will help you through my experience, of course, in how to increase your savings and your liquid money and how to reduce expenditure and still feel super awesome. Okay, so let's begin with the first video, which is today, is that what money does. Now let's make it pretty simple. So there's a positive and there's a negative, right? Now in the positive there are actually just 3 things. So what money does, number 1 is it caters to your needs, right? Day to day needs जो भी आपको चाहिए, like school, बच्चों का school, electricity, your rent and fuel, health expenditures, food, right? I may be forgetting few things, but you know what needs are. Like उनके बिना आप नहीं जी पाओगे, right? The second is comfort and convenience, correct? Like you want to be comfortable, obviously. I mean यहाँ कोई वो तो है नहीं ना torture की जी इतनी सर्दी हो रही है एक तो उसमें बैठ के ठंड में सिकुड़ रहे हो and all of that. So like warm clothing and heaters and convenience, yeah, whatever convenience may mean to everybody, okay? And comfort, that's number 2. And number 3 is security, right? That चलो ठीक है ऐसा नहीं हो, we are not living for the day. We always kind of want to keep some amount ready for any unforeseen circumstances, right? So 3 things, those are the positives that money is meant for. Now let's look at the negatives, okay? So the negative, number 1 is a misplaced sense of status, correct? I will be referring to my book because वहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है मैंने. So the first is a misplaced sense of status. Naturally होता है ना. I mean this world is all about status, the haves, the have-nots. जी मेरे पास तो इतना बड़ा घर है, तुम्हारे पास नहीं है. What does that lead to? Superiority, right? So I have 2 cars, but you don't have any car. You are below me. You are below me. Do not talk to me, right? Third, that leads to judgment. उसके पास तो कार नहीं है, उसके पास तो बंगला नहीं है, वो तो गंदे लोग हैं, करेक्ट? हम नहीं उनके साथ उठना बैठना नहीं हो सकता उनके साथ, प्लीज, राइट? What is all this leading to? It's leading to greed. And how? Not just in the ones that are the haves, even the have-nots, because nobody likes to feel inferior, correct? अब जी मेरे को अगर कोई बार बार बोलता रहेगा दैट आप तो जी लूजर टाइप के इंसान हो क्योंकि आपके पास पैसे नहीं है और आपके पास घर नहीं है, गाड़ी नहीं है, कपड़े नहीं है, सो व्हाट विल, I mean, forget about everything else. Let's just quickly refer to Maslow's hierarchy for those of you who know what it is. यार मेरे अगर needs ही fulfill नहीं हो रहे, मतलब at base level I'm feeling like oh my god I'm inferior to everybody. Obviously I'm not going to think about kindness and compassion that time. That time I'm going to think about how, because man is a social animal, कि इनके साथ मैं equate कैसे करूँ. So what will I do? I will ensure that I work so hard that in whatever way to get to a certain level so that I don't feel inferior, right? Ab usme what happens is your morality and ethics go for a 6. Then it's only greed that is driving you. I want more money this way or that, correct? That's what happens, which means you are indulging in unethical practices, malpractices and immoral behavior. वो तो है ही, but that's a given, right? So this is what happens in both the haves or the have-nots or whatever, like the lesser, the more, the underprivileged, the super privileged, whatever. That's what money does, and we don't even know it. It happens inadvertently, but it happens, correct? Now what happens to pretty much all of us is a sense of imbalance, okay? This is where minimalism is coming in. When the negatives and the positives are not in balance. Like negatives thode upar ho gaye. I told you what the negatives were, and the negatives are superseding the positives. Is when imbalance gets created. Okay, and that is when you lose your sense of being human. That's when it happens. Okay, now what I'm going to do is, through minimalism, basically in the subsequent videos, I'll show you how you deal with money and not lose your heart. Okay, so that is what basically the whole video is all about. And now, last thing before I sign off, just imagine, okay, imagine for a second, you may not be there yet, but just imagine that you have just about enough positives for the positives. Okay, I'm not talking about the negatives. We are not discussing greed and all that. वो उसकी कोई जगह नहीं है minimalism में. It's pretty simple. There's no place for greed in minimalism. The whole, I mean, it's an oxymoron, right? So let's assume that you have enough to take care of your need, comfort, convenience, and security. Okay. Now, what will that leave you with? So negative चले गए, greed, superiority, judging people, and whatever, and just losing everything and all of that, the race, the cutthroatism, वो सब चला गया. Again, there is space created because आप फिर उसके लिए काम ही नहीं कर रहे ना. You're no longer working for greed because, well, it's taken care of now. However much you need is taken care of. Now there is space in your head again. So minimize कर दिया ना, वो निकाल दिया. There is space. That space now, of course, with your choosing, can be used for following your passion, to have time on your hands, to have time for your family, to travel, experience the world, pick up a hobby, be kind, be compassionate, understand the value that is there in these things, get stressed a little less, and be peaceful, right? Sounding simple as always, because it is. It is simple, but yes, it takes time. And in the subsequent videos, I'll actually share with you how I went through it with my husband, and how from the negative taking over our life, positive has taken over of the money bit. Okay. And how thus we have time to do other things. Because trust me, a lot of people keep asking me that itna sara kaise karte ho, and and you somehow never bother too much about a lot of things and all that. It's because of this. Okay. I promise you this, guys. It's because of this. So I'll share it with you in the subsequent videos. And that's about it. And I hope that you look forward to it, because I am. Okay, guys, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.